Welcome to a new vlog. We are still up in Scotland and we have come today to Ballindalloch Castle and Gardens. This place is dreamy. The driveway is stunning and I know that it's just going to be a feast for the eyes. I'm not allowed to film or photograph inside the castle, but I am outside. But it is just stunning, absolutely stunning. The weather is still magnificent and it's just so nice to come somewhere different, somewhere that we haven't been to before. The tickets are just stunning. Castle grounds, and then we've actually got free admission because we have met the owner and he's very sweetly said come have a look round, see the gardens, and of course you can share it online. So we are very excited to be here. Apparently, according to Bernie is security as you come into the castle. He says that the cakes are to die for. So Simon and I had a very light lunch, saving room for some afternoon tea here at Ballindalloch Castle. This is an avenue of white beam trees. I've never seen anything like this before, but look how beautiful it is. And apparently they've got 2 miles of daffodils here. Obviously the daffodils have gone over now, but imagine what that looks like in the spring. So we've just been shown this amazing, they call it the rockery. I mean, it is more than the rockery. It's absolutely magnificent. The colours are a complete feast for the eyes. Look at the castle behind us. We are getting a tour by the owners and it's very special to be here. But look, I mean, the water there. Some of these trees are, well, hang on, I'm going to tip you up so you can see. I don't know if you can see the magnitude of the height of the trees behind me, but apparently some of the seeds were brought over from America and it is just magnificent. The colours, the landscape, it is just utterly special. I'm going to turn you around so I'm not in it and you can actually see the beautiful castle. Stunning. Now, for insurance purposes, I'm not allowed to film or take any photos inside the castle, so I won't be taking you in, but you're just going to have to come up here and have a look for yourself because this is such a special place. The walled gardens that we saw as we drove in, I just looked down and thought, wowee, that is a proper walled garden. It's very exciting to be in such a special place. Wow. This is such a special place. It is absolutely incredible. We are now in the walled gardens. They are simply magnificent and I can't quite believe it, but we just had a tour of the castle by the current Laird's father. So they have moved out, the younger generation has come in and we met him and his wife. It's actually his wife's family home and she is such an incredible lady and I had quite a long time chatting to her. When she took over running the estate, this walled garden, she said, was just full of hens and a complete and utter mess, and she has transformed it into this unbelievably peaceful, magical sanctuary with beautiful beds, beautiful planting. She is passionate about gardening. Floristry, she started as a florist. She has written numerous cookery books. I've bought 3 of them. And her taste for interior design is amazing. She also makes dresses as well. So we had a lot in common and a lot to chat about. And I can't quite believe it. It was Simon's idea to come here. We met the current Laird earlier this year and he said, you know, we were talking about this wonderful place and he said, you know, do if you're up here and you've got some time, do come and visit. And I'm so pleased that we have, because It's unbelievable. It's so magical. It's so peaceful. It is definitely worth a visit. I'm going to leave all the details linked down below. I'm going to turn you around and just take you for a walk around because it is an absolute feast for the eyes and a really special place. And when we turned in to the castle and the grounds, the long sweeping drive, the planting, the attention to detail is second to none, and it really is truly a very special place. So I thought that this was an olive, but a slightly unusual olive. And I've got the app Picture This on my phone, and I just scanned this, and this is actually a Russian olive, but the shape and the size of it is just absolutely magnificent. And they've got one in each corner of the garden forming some structure, and then they've got them in or here and here. Yeah, so they've got four large ones and 4 smaller ones. Look at the edges of those flower beds. Look at them. Absolutely military precision. It's so impressive. It is stunning, really stunning. And I love this sign. Let me just take you up there. The garden is about to close. We need to get a little bit of a move on. It's been, oh goodness, the most wonderful afternoon. And the afternoon tea, oh, the cake is to die for. Lemon curd Victoria sponge, and it's the lightest sponge I've ever had. But I love this. God's garden. The kiss of the sun for pardon, the song of the birds for myrrh. One is nearer God's heart in the garden than anywhere else on earth. Absolutely love that. And then the avenue of rhododendrons is amazing. Absolutely amazing. What a special place. And look at this avenue. It is just stunning. They're just beginning to go over, so we've really come at the right time. But this is the pathway up to the walled garden. And there's actually another garden which probably isn't open to the public, but I spotted it as we were driving in. I thought that was the walled garden. I think that is the kitchen garden, and they've got greenhouses down there, and it looked magnificent, but I'm not sure if that is open for us to go and look at. But this really is a beautiful castle and gardens. Well, good morning. I have got, actually can't see, you're too high up. Hang on a minute. Let's move you down. Then you can see I've got the ironing board out. We have a really big ironing board. I've got a Brabantia size C, and it is double the size of this one. This one's a little bit rocky. In fact, I daren't even put the iron on here. But I'm doing a little bit of ironing this morning. We have got things going on at school, and so I thought I would just do a little bit of ironing this morning, and then this afternoon, yeah, we've got things going on at school, and then tomorrow we are heading home. I don't know where this week has gone. It has completely flown by. We have had such a lovely time. Actually, I think going to Ballindalloch Castle yesterday was actually one of my highlights. What a stunning place. It was like stepping back in time. It was utterly fabulous. I loved it. I haven't had a good look at the cookery books yet. I've got one, in fact, I've got one right here. Macpherson-Grant Russell follows up her remarkably successful bestseller. So she is a best-selling author, and this is I Love Food Too. And it was just gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous to meet her and chat to her. That is her. And she is such an incredible lady. We also realised afterwards that we've got some mutual friends in common down south. But yeah, thoroughly enjoyed that. Hang on, I just need to chat to Si. Be back with you in a moment. So lovely, lovely books. I cannot wait to look through those in close detail. I love a cookery book. I take them to bed with me. I get very excited, and inspiration and ideas and all sorts from recipe books. So thoroughly looking forward to that. And we had a lovely walk yesterday evening with Lola, and then just a cozy night, which was perfect. So today, yeah, there's quite a lot going on. It's a busy day, lots at school, there's kind of sports day, and which is one of the main reasons why we're up here. There's various concerts and things like that. And then tomorrow morning we will leave to head home. Spoke to Coco this morning. She's doing well, she's had a good week. And yes, it's a little update for you all, but I don't think I'll be able to share too much of today with school and the boys, but I'm looking forward to the concerts and seeing some of the other parents and what have you. It'll be a lovely, lovely day, and then yeah, the start of half term, which I'm really looking forward to having the boys home. Arch is taking his GCSEs very, very seriously, which is excellent. So I think he's going to be revising pretty much most of the half-term break, and we are just having quiet time. Some friends invited us away, and I said, actually, well, I spoke to Arch, and he said, Mum, I just want to revise. I just want to, keep my head down. And he's got, yeah, he's sort of halfway through. He's had, this week, I think he's had 4 exams. Last week was his toughest week, so that's good to get behind him. Yeah, so anyway, I'm going to crack on, iron a few shirts and do a bit of packing, do a bit of organising before heading off to school. So you'll probably notice that I've changed from this morning. I was wearing a blue and white striped shirt. We had a meeting at school. I wanted to be slightly smarter, and I'm actually about to change again because, well, I'm going to change in an hour or so. We have got a concert this evening at school, and Gus is singing in the choir, so really looking forward to that. But we've come back to get packed up, get organised. We are hitting the road first thing tomorrow morning. And I thought I'd just quickly share with you what I got at the castle yesterday. Ballindalloch is how you say it. So this is a tweed mill, waterproof backed picnic rug. These are so useful, and I just thought that it was a really good size and a great picnic blanket to live in the car, and then you can just whip out lots of occasions that we need a picnic blanket, and these waterproof back ones are amazing. And I really like Tweed Mill. They have some great products. We've got a couple of other things from them and I highly rate them. So that is that. Then I couldn't resist this because I love seasonal produce, seasonal things, and this is January, sharpen your tools and prepare seed boxes. February, prune orchard fruit, clip hedges, plant garlic and shallots. So it's just a really lovely seasonal tea towel, and I just thought very useful, very pretty, loved that. So that came home with us. And then I couldn't decide. I was just going to buy book number 1, and then I thought, do you know what, we may as well get 2 and 3 as well while we're here. And so this is Claire Macpherson-Grant Russell's first cookery book. I love food. 138 ravishing recipes from the Lady Laird of Ballindalloch Castle. And it just, to Oliver, which is her husband who showed us round, who was just so delightful. To Oliver, live well, laugh often, love much. And I just, they're such a lovely couple, and it was wonderful to see that room is up at the top of the castle, which we went into yesterday. She is just such a lovely, warm, friendly lady. Forget the Battle of the Bulge, indulge, love that. So yeah, she said, I have probably had more fun writing this book than you can possibly imagine. Time flies by in the winter with all the required concocting and tasting, filling the long Scottish evenings, experimenting with new recipes is enormous fun. The only plenty is the effect that it had on our waistline. So I actually got book 1, 2 and 3 because I thought, why not? And because I take them to bed with me and I thoroughly enjoy flicking through, I thought I would just completely indulge myself, and why not? So that is what I did. So those are my Scottish purchases. Haven't bought anything else apart from food. And now I'm going to help Si get packed, organised, and then we'll head to school for the concert, bring the boys back, and then hit the road in the morning. So I just want to share those with you before I get packed up. But we have had such a lovely week. It has been quite a week. So much has happened. And it has been really special being up here, really special. And wow, a week like none other, quite frankly. So I'm looking forward. Hopefully next week is a little bit calmer and a little bit, you know, not having, you know, radio stations and things like that. I just want a nice chilled week with everybody at home where I can cook gorgeous food and just have lovely family evenings, playing cards, laughing. And I think the weather's going to be a bit mixed, but that's okay. We can snuggle around the kitchen table and just enjoy each other's company. So for now, stop waffling and start packing. So I haven't brushed my hair. My hairbrush is in my handbag, but the third outfit of the day, it's a little bit tricky to see in the bathroom, but I've got my Keho dress on, my blue velvet wedges, espadrille wedges. I have had these since the children were babies. I have to put an insole in my shoes. And then I just got my knit cardigan. This is my look for this evening's concert. Well, it's like 5:30, 5:45. So it's not like evening. But I should have shared this with you in last week's vlog, and I didn't because, I don't know, there was so much other stuff going on. But Monica, my friend, she came on my podcast, Busy House, Happy Home, last year, maybe even the year before. Busy House, Happy Home is on ice at the moment. I will bring it back. There's just been lots of other stuff going on, and I'm doing my podcast at the moment with Theodore. We're going to see how that goes. And yeah, Busy House, Happy Home. I really want to come back. But Monica has become the creative director of Seconda Watches. This is not an ad. I bought this. I had a look on their website and they have so many incredible watches at really, really good price points. And I just thought, rather than having big clunky watch all the time, I mean, I love my watch, this is Michael Kors, but it is quite heavy, and actually something a little bit more delicate, a little bit more timeless, classic, elegant. And I went with a Seconda watch, and I treated myself to this, and it arrived before we came up. I haven't worn it yet. But Monica is such a lovely person. She is the designer behind Mills and Brown handbags. My gorgeous, I will pop a picture here on the screen of my gorgeous green handbag. She's such a lovely person. We haven't met in person, but we are online friends and great supporters of one another, and she is just a gorgeous soul. And I'm so thrilled for her being the creative director at Seconda. And I thought, oh, it's got a plastic thing, I need to take that off. Look at that, I just thought it was so pretty and elegant, and I thought I would wear it this evening, so I wanted to share it with you. I actually need to change the time on it, but really gorgeous. And they've got so many great, beautiful watches at very sensible price points, and yeah, I just thought I would share that with you. Now we are going to get in the car, we are going to get the boys things. They have packed. I offered to go and help them pack, and they were like, no mum, we're fine, we don't need to. And that's what's great about, like, one great positive about boarding school is it makes them really independent, and that is brilliant. So they've done their packing, we're going to load the car, go to the concert, listen to Gus sing, have something to eat, and hopefully have a relatively early night before a long, long drive tomorrow. But I just thought I would share that with you. And these dresses, in fact, let me take my cardigan off. Let me see if I can move you somewhere else and give you the full look. Hang on. Let's put you there. I've got a magnet on the back of my phone. Let's see if you can see. No, let's go down even more. Hang on, bear with. We're just going to slide down. Oh, and I've pressed something funny. There, you can get the full look. These dresses from Keiho. Kate is so clever. The length is perfect. I love the sleeve, a little bit of elastic so you can pull them up. This cinches in. So I'm wearing a size small, but you can like go floaty, like pop this on over a bikini, or you can cinch in, tie it with a bow. I love the frill on the collar, and then the V is just perfect. I've obviously teamed it with a cardigan because we're up in Scotland, but it's actually a lovely day, but it's not that warm. Might even take a scarf as well. But like that, or with the cardigan. So that is my look for this evening. We're going to head out, and I will probably talk to you, I don't know, maybe even back in Sussex now. I just wanted to share that gorgeous watch with you and my dress. So, the look for this evening, I need to go and find my hairbrush, get ready, and head on out. Good morning. We are ready to hit the road, almost. The boys have stripped their beds, and I'm just coming up to do my final check and just actually make it look a little bit smarter, like that. We've had such a good week up here, but it is time to head back down south and go and see darling Coco. It's such a lovely B&B here. That room is locked off, but there are twin beds in here. So yes, twin beds in here with another amazing view of the castle there. Love the wallpaper. We didn't use this room, and then we didn't even use in here either, but another little kind of office. In fact, I could have come and worked up here. Anyway, it is time to get in the car and head home. So I've done the first couple of hours driving, and we are here at the house brewer. boys going to have breakfast. I actually had breakfast before we left the house. I'm going to have a quick whiz around, and then they do very, very good sandwiches, which I'm going to get for lunch. They have so many lovely things here. These lovely plants, sweet peas, terracotta pots. The knitwear and fishing tackle is over there. Great restaurant in there. And then seasonal produce out here. They've got such a great food hall here. Everything you could possibly think of. So the boys are finishing their breakfast. I had a quick whiz around the shops but didn't see anything that caught my eye, and then I've just taken Lola for a leg stretch, and now we're going to head back to the car and continue our journey down south. It's a bank holiday weekend, so hopefully, hair is blowing everywhere. Hopefully the traffic isn't too bad and we have an easy journey. I love this place. I've got some sandwiches for lunch, and the views are just magnificent. But anyway, it is time to hit the road. Good morning, and we are back in Sussex. In fact, it's not even morning, it's now afternoon. We had a good drive back from Scotland. Sinai, we're both sucking on Werther's originals. We bought sweets for the journey back. We had a good drive, had a busy morning, unpacking, doing laundry. In fact, not even busy, we've just been pottering at home. And now we have come to West Chiltington Nurseries to do the pots in the garden. My geraniums didn't survive, the ones I bought from our old house didn't survive not being in a greenhouse. So we are going to stock up on geraniums and do the pots. Well, I'm not sure I'm going to do them today. We're going to get everything we need, and then I'm going to do them throughout this week. But we had a lovely time in Scotland. It's wonderful to have everybody at home. We're going to do some roast beef for supper this evening. So I got shy that this is our little haul from the garden centre, so it's going to keep me busy potting this little lot up into the tubs around the garden to make it look very pretty. So the car is loaded up, and our colour theme is, what is it, darling? Pink, white and blue. Si hasn't shaved for a couple of days now, so he's looking, he's just haven't had time to shave. He's looking bedraggled. Coco said to him this morning, Daddy, you're growing a beard. Anyway, our colour theme is pink, blue and white. So those are our kind of favourite colours that we've gone for. And it's always good to have things that work together, that, oh, thanks very much, thank you, that complement one another, and I think they will look very pretty in the garden. We're back from the garden centre. Car is unpacked, everything is out there, and I shall lay them around later on, but I just wanted to go through a few boxes of things that have arrived while we were away. Luckily this just came yesterday. So this is from Belton Farm, and they are great British cheesemakers since 1922. And they sent a book, such a thoughtful box to me. A really, really lovely card and a recipe. Love from Belton Farm, and they have sent the ingredients for a cheese, potato, rosti and egg asparagus recipe using their award-winning red Leicester. This is matured or aged for 16 months with a cunningly unexpected crunch. I adore cheese, and they've sent all the ingredients I need to make this recipe: asparagus, potatoes, a lemon, shallots, and it came beautifully packed with this recyclable packaging, so I'm going to really enjoy trying that over the next couple of days. And then I've had a delivery, in fact a few deliveries. Some new earrings from Charlotte Kaufman, and I will leave her details linked below. I said I don't really change my earrings very often, and she said, Charlie, please will you try these, because I think I could convince you to change up your earrings. Let me know what you think. I actually think they're really, really pretty, delicate, and really quite like them. These are their mini pearl hoops. So let me know what you think. And then Father's Day is around the corner, and the pie company, the Crusty Pie Company, have got us covered. Hi Charlie, I hope you and your family enjoy our pies. Love from Susie at the Crusty Pie Company. Thank you for supporting our small business. And she sent all the instructions that I need, and this gorgeous, well, 3 mini pies, and then this. No, girls, Florence and Lola. I don't know if you can see, you can just see Lola. They've obviously missed one another and they're playing. They're play fighting. But this is a Happy Father's Day steak and ale pie. They've got a really amazing selection of pies. Look how that just is so beautifully made. Absolutely perfect. And really cannot wait to try that. So I will let you know what we think of the pies and pop them all in the fridge for now. So when we got back last night, I was like, oh my goodness, there's a crazy amount of boxes. And this has come from Wessex Mills. I shared them when I was making pasta with Nadia, and they got in touch. They sent me this. Thank you so much for showing us in your recent videos. Please find enclosed a selection of flowers. Happy baking, Rachel. This is what I love about what I do, is sharing businesses with you, small businesses, maybe businesses that you haven't heard about, you know, from beautiful pearl earrings to the Crusty Pie Company, to Belton Farms cheese, to Wessex Mills flowers. And they've sent a couple of those, which is for, you know, splitting and cutting and shaping, a tote bag, which is always so useful. And then they have sent, okay, Wessex cobbler flour. So this, girls, malted bread flour, including malted wheat flakes. Make your delicious loaves or rolls using your own recipe to make bread by hand or in a bread machine. So that's their Wessex cobbler. I haven't used Wessex cobbler before. Mixed grain bread flour, which I have used. Strong white, which I use all the time. Then they've sent self-raising. That one has got a Great Taste Award. This one is their French bread flour, which also is award winning. The pasta and pizza flour, which I shared with you when I was making pasta with Nadia, but very keen to try making pizzas. And then their wholemeal rye flour, which I'm keen to try as well. So lots of flowers are going to keep me busy. So big thank you to Wessex Mill. It is really lovely. It's our local village shop stocks Wessex Mill as well. So when Burton Mill isn't in stock, which it isn't, I can't always get Burton Mill, but I can get Wessex, which is brilliant. So a big thank you to them for sending flowers. Now, what are we doing? What are we doing? We are doing laundry, bit of gardening. I'm going to cook beef for supper this evening. I'm going to do not necessarily a typical Sunday roast. I'm going to do Yorkshire roast beef, some potatoes, and I don't know, we might have salad, we might have, I think Simon's got some spring greens. We'll see what we're going to have, but just a day of catching up. Have we got a crazy half term? It's not crazy, but there is something in the diary every day, and I will share snippets of it with you. But for me, it's just really lovely having everybody at home, and just good family times. It was so lovely last night when we got back. We just actually stayed up for a couple of hours. We got back quite late, but we just stayed up chatting and laughing and having a good catch up, which is really what it's all about. So anyway, I'm going to pop these flowers away, have a little bit of a sort, and yeah, just maybe even have a cup of tea. Florence, do you want to say hello to everybody? You do, don't you, darling? You do. Yes, I know. You were very pleased to have everybody home. You were. I know. You were. And where's your mother? Asleep under the bench. I know. You just were a wiggly sausage, aren't you? Yes, you are. A wiggly little girl. You're very pleased to have Mummy and everyone home. And Lola, so you can play and squeal and roll around. Yeah. Maybe you're a little bit stinky. Maybe we could perhaps have a bath. Yeah. You just like being a baby, don't you? Yep. I do, Mummy. I do. Well, I'm in the greenhouse. I've got my gardening apron on. I'm actually going to leave this in here. When I'm in here, I want to keep myself clean. Everything is going great guns. Dahlias are looking great. Tulsa the Thyme is coming on really nicely there. My tomatoes need, oh, you can't see me, my tomatoes need some attention because they need repotting on. Hang on, let me move you because that lid is in the way. So these ones have all seeded and are looking great. So I brought down a bag of compost. I need to put my tomatoes, I need to fill up the pots with compost and plant them on because they are going great guns. So I thought I would get that done and then go inside and do our late Sunday roast supper kind of thing. So I am going to just pop on a podcast. What was I listening to? I'm listening to Elizabeth Day, How to Fail. I'm going to pop that on and do some planting. Good morning. I am just getting ready for the day, blow dried my hair, and I'm going to do my makeup. Just quick everyday mum makeup. And I thought, actually, I haven't shared it with you for ages, so I thought we could actually do it together. I'm just going to pop my hair clip in just to keep it off my face. It has started to rain, and actually we are going fishing this afternoon. It's Gus's birthday on Friday, and he loves fishing. He loves just being out with nature, actually. He's always been, we call him our nature boy. And so we're just going to go and sit on the riverbank and probably won't catch anything, but just have a lovely picnic in the rain. And it's not bad weather, it's only bad clothing, so we will just pop all of our waterproofs on and try and stay dry. And yeah, so that's it. But I thought we could just do makeup together quickly. And this is the Dr. Jart Premium Beauty Balm SPF 50, and I use shade light medium. I have already used my Mecca Cosmetica SPF 50 as well, because it's really important that you don't just rely on the SPF in skincare. You pop a proper one on as well. I shared this with you a little while ago. I love this, really love this. This is a hydrating hyaluronic acid serum. Love it. However, I needed to use vitamin C and this, and I ran out of my Dermatica vitamin C, and I thought I would try this because this is 2-in-1, and this is Beauty Pie's Super Dose Vitamin C Oxygen Boosting Moisturiser. I have never bought anything from Beauty Pie before. This is an ad. I was a customer. I did actually buy their mascara. I don't like it. I'm going to give that to Coco and see if she wants to have it. This is the best mascara, but while I was on Beauty Pie, I got this. I actually got, the reason why I went on to Beauty Pie, hang on a minute. was for this product that I saw advertised, and it says Super Retinol Hands Anti-Aging Moisturising Cream with Vitamin C Shea Butter to use at night. So this is by my bedside table to use at night. While I was on Beauty Pie, I was looking at vitamin C's because I had run out, and that I discovered, and it's 2-in-1. So basically I just used that, my eye cream, Trini one, or I also really like the CeraVe eye. I think they're both excellent. But this, what was I saying? I lost my train of thought. Yeah, so eye cream, this, SPF, done. So it's cutting out a step. I like cutting out a step, and I really like it. I've been using it for about 3 or 4 days now, and I like it. And then there's that retinol hand cream, anti-aging for the hands. I think it's important because your hands give your age away. Anyhow, back to Dr. Jart. So I use this as my foundation. I don't like a heavy caked on makeup look. I use my hands because I think I get better coverage. I've tried various other products. I keep coming back to this one. I used to use the It Cosmetics. I use the Trini one, but I just love the coverage that this gives me. And because I've got my sort of uneven skin tone, I just think this evens it out. It lasts really well. And I always get people saying, oh, what do you use? Your skin looks great. And I think it's this. So I have stuck with it. I like trying other things, and I like sharing with you guys what I think. But this is certainly absolute favourite. It has been out of stock, but last time I checked, it was in stock, which is great. So just make sure that that is all blended in. And if you want a little bit more coverage, I'm not actually going to bother today because I'm going to put a hat on and we're going to be fishing. But if you want a little bit more coverage, you can just build it up. So that is good. Tissue. Oh, I just knocked my tissue box off my dressing table. Hang on a sec. Let's get a tissue out. I just wipe my jawline. People say to me often, how do you stop makeup getting onto colours? And I just wipe. And there is nothing worse than having a kind of tight line around your face. So that is what I do. Then I've used this Jane Iredale Mineral Compact Pressed Powder for years. And this is a new compact, and it has, God, I use it with a brush and I just pop it over the top. I feel it sets it. It takes a little bit of the shine away. I don't want to be too shiny. And it just makes it last. And I just kind of brush it in, press it in around my eyes, do all that. Kind of a mixture of pressing and brushing. I don't really know what I'm doing, but it seems to work. It seems to, you know, do its thing. So that is what I do. This is real time. Get ready with me. Then I curl my eyelashes, and actually someone on TikTok keeps saying, Charlie, you've got to have the eyelash colour at 90 degrees. So I think she's called Bonnie. So there, and that gives you a better lift. Are we 90 degrees? Almost 90 degrees. Anyway, that one. I mean, look at the difference between curled and not curled and curled. Such a difference. So we'll grab those, do that, hold them for a moment. I don't pump them, I just hold it. That's done. Now, if I was wanting to look slightly glamour, I would go in with either the brown Chantilly, I think it's called. Is it called Chantilly? The Samantha is deep indigo, which is blue, and Chantel is bronze brown. I love these. It depends on what I'm wearing. If I want to go slightly bluer, because I'm wearing slightly bluer and it will make my eyes pop, I go with that one. Trini London Solar, which is their golden bronze. I use this every day, all year round. It just gives a little bit of kind of contour, a little bit of bronze. Great product, absolutely love it. And I use a little brush and I just blend it in. I don't use like a powder bronzer, I just use this one. And I could put a little bit on my nose as well and on my chin, like so. Then I'm using Freddie, could use Pia, but actually we're using Freddie today. Pia is probably in my drawer. Pia, where are you? There is Pia. Pia is very bright. It's great for the summer, but I'm going to go with Freddie today. And I just dot it. I haven't been wearing nail varnish. I've just been giving my nails a rest while we're up in Scotland, and I haven't put it back on. I probably will actually tonight if I've got time. I've got a photo shoot tomorrow for a brand. Getting some content for them, actually, for a really exciting giveaway. So I need to be looking glam because it involves a hat and a dress. So I need to be looking my best for that. So that's blush gone in. I can use a little bit of Freddie on my lips, give it a bit of colour. I'm not good with lipstick, guys. Just not great. So this, and then like a little bit of gloss over the top. It's about as good as it gets. I just don't really have time to like reapply, and it just disappears throughout the day. But there, a little bit of colour on the lips, and then a Swede Cloud mascara is the best. I wanted to love this, but it fell off my eyelashes and was on my cheeks, and that you just don't want. So this one, staying power, is phenomenal. Rain, tears, cooking, hay fever, you name it. It's amazing. And actually my hay fever hasn't been bad this year. I don't know if I've told you this already. At our old house, we had, oh my goodness, my brain has just completely gone. An avenue of trees. I can't remember what they were. I want to say they're lime trees. They weren't lime trees. Oh my goodness. My brain has gone. We had an avenue of trees that really caused havoc with my hay fever, and we actually had a couple up by the stables as well. And since we've been here, I've barely had any hay fever, which is amazing. Because I used to really suffer. I actually used to dread. Spring is probably my favourite time of year, but I would dread it because of the hay fever. Then if I need to just run a cotton bud underneath, if I've got any bits of mascara that I put in the wrong place, and then I might just tidy up if I need to above as well. But that is my really quick everyday mum makeup. Hair is looking good, although it's not going to look good for long because it's raining. But hey ho, we can try. We can start with it looking voluminous and brushed and nice. Whereas as the day goes on, I get more and more straggly. But anyway, that is my look, and I will chat to you later. I'm putting off going outside because it really is raining now quite heavily, so I thought I'd just chat to you. But I really want to say the most enormous thank you on last week's video and about being on the radio. You guys are so supportive, so lovely, so kind, and I really appreciate it. I haven't replied to everyone's comments, and I will endeavour to go through. I've read, I think, all of them, but it was quite hectic driving back. Simon and I were sort of alternating, and then it's been quite full on since we've been here. And you guys know that when the children are around, I try to put being around for them and spending time with them as my number one priority. I try to put my phone down and not be on it the whole time. So sorry if I'm slow replying, but thank you all so much. I really, really, really appreciate it. And it's exciting. It's exciting. And there, I think I said to myself in January, be brave and say yes to all opportunities. And it's amazing how when you are more settled in yourself, and we are here, we are so happy here. You know, loads of different aspects that I never even thought of. I hadn't even thought of the hay fever was linked with the trees around our old house. You know, we're surrounded by trees here, but they don't affect me in the same way. And, you know, it's just amazing. And there's lots of exciting things kind of in the pipeline, and whether they happen or not, I don't know, but it's exciting. And it's really exciting sharing this journey with you guys, and for your support and your kindness it means the world to me. So I just wanted to take a moment and just say the biggest thank you. I am going to empty the washing machine, make our picnic. We are having we actually had, I think I told you we were having beef for Sunday lunch. We're having cold beef and salad sandwiches, and then we're going to have smoked salmon sandwiches for afternoon tea. And I've got some like sort of treats and things, sweet treats that I'm taking with us on our picnic. I don't know how much I will share with you because, well, yeah, I'm just trying to spend an afternoon with the boys and being present, but I will share snippets of our fishing trip, our picnic, although it really is going to be in the peeing rain. But hey ho, the forecast is like heavy rain and wind, so we might abandon the fishing and just sit on the riverbank for a wee while. And you know what? That is absolutely fine. We've had such incredible weather, and I'm actually welcoming the rain. You know, we just put good waterproofs on. We need it. We desperately need it. We need this grass to grow. I'm really worried about like the hay for the horses for the winter. Like if the grass isn't growing, there will be a real shortage, and it will be, you know, horribly expensive and not great quality. So we need this rain right now. Coco's actually doing the horses at the moment. Molly isn't going to be competing this season, which is really, really disappointing. She's not 100%, and so we are working out the best way forward. I think that's I don't know what that's going to be at the moment, but we have a really, really great vet, and he was out again last week actually while we were away, and I'm due to speak to him in the next couple of days, and we're just working out the best way forward with Molly. So it is really really disappointing for Coco. And Molly is such a lovely horse, and hopefully with the right treatment we will get her right, but it's going to take time and it's going to take patience, and that is fine. I'm good at both of those things, so it's okay. Coco's not so good at those things, and I'm not sure many 15-year-old girls who are passionate about competing and riding that are great at those, but we're just working out the best way forward at the moment. So that's a little update. Tori as well, she is on great form, and I've had some lovely updates from Lydia Colin, and that is great as well. So yes, that's news for the moment, but I'm going to go downstairs, hang the washing out, and get our picnic ready to go to the river. So I've gone around the garden and I've put the geraniums in the pots. I've actually got Quentin here today, and he has finished mowing. He's done some strimming, and so he's going to give me a hand potting these up, because actually the rain has eased slightly, but it's a really good moment to get these potted up. So I've put those ones in there, and I've done the ones. The box hedge it's coming back. There's still this bit here which may not come back to life, but look, here it is. Oh look, my little shadow is following me. But I've popped those in there, Some of this box is coming back to life, so I'm really pleased that we've had a little bit of time. We'll keep spraying and keep doing what we can. So those ones will go in there. Got the hens there, and then I have done the same in the walled garden. The garden is looking amazing at the moment. Look. Let's just have a moment for this flower bed. It is looking so pretty. And then over in the walled garden, the roses are just all coming out and looking amazing. There's Quentin actually planting them up for me there. I've done the same, so we've got 2 pots there, 1 pot there, and then the 2 pots that Quentin's doing right now. But it is time to go fishing. Look at these roses, just glorious. And we can't miss the peonies, look at them. They are about to bloom, which is very exciting. I thought they might bloom while we were in Scotland, which I would have been upset about, but they have waited. And then we've got this avenue, we've got this temporary gate here at the moment to stop the dogs. We've got this avenue of catmint and the standard roses here, which they haven't quite, well, some of them are just starting to come out, which is very exciting, but it's all looking very pretty, but we need this rain.